We're counting down the 6 most massive sea creatures ever captured on camera. From deep-sea mysteries only recently brought to light, to living giants once thought to exist only in legend. In 1910, a scientist opened a jar in a museum and found a jellyfish specimen unlike anything described before. It was enormous, transparent, and so delicate that it seemed impossible for such a creature to exist in the wild. Over the next century, only about 100 confirmed sightings would ever be recorded. The giant phantom jelly became a ghost story told among deep-sea biologists. A species known more from rumor and preserved fragments than from living observation. That changed in 2021 when MBARRI's remotely operated vehicle, Doc Ricketts, descended to 3,200 feet off the California coast. Its cameras captured a living giant phantom jelly drifting through the darkness. The animal stretched nearly 33 feet from bell to the tips of its 4 ribbon-like mouth arms. These arms, both propeller and net, undulated with a slow, hypnotic grace, catching prey and moving the creature through the water. For the first time, scientists could watch this elusive giant alive, its translucent form glowing softly in the ROV's lights. A century-old mystery once sealed in a jar, now revealed as a living marvel of the deep. 200 million years ago, long before the first dinosaur, the blunt-nosed six-gill shark was already prowling the world's oceans. Its lineage stretches back to a time when continents were still drifting apart. In 2019, a team aboard OceanX's submersible dove to 2,500 meters off the Bahamas. Lights pierced the black water. Then, out of the gloom, a massive shape appeared. The shark measured nearly 20 feet from nose to tail, weighing more than 1,000 kilograms. Crew voices, barely above a whisper, captured the moment. "That thing is bigger than the sub." The shark circled, slow and unhurried, its eye fixed on the vessel. Every movement suggested age and power. Researchers prepared a satellite tag designed to slip beneath its skin with minimal harm. When the animal drew close, they deployed it. One precise shot, years in the making. The tag would track the shark's migrations, offering a rare glimpse into the life of a deep-sea predator unchanged for eons. For the scientists, the encounter was more than a thrill. It was a meeting with prehistory, a chance to follow a living fossil as it vanished again into the deep. 10,000 feet beneath the Pacific, near Johnston Atoll, a research vessel's camera swept across the abyssal plain and caught something no one on board expected. Rising from the seafloor stood a sea pin, but not the delicate hand-sized kind familiar to shallow reefs. This one towered nearly 7 feet from base to tip, its stalk impossibly slender, crowned with tentacles that stretched out like the petals of a strange undersea flower. Each tentacle measured about 16 inches long, arranged in a ring around a single central polyp, barbed and poised for feeding. The creature seemed to hover in the darkness, upright and motionless, as if it had bloomed from the very mud of the deep. Then the camera panned, and a second, equally massive specimen appeared nearby. The scientists watching the live feed struggled to find words. One voice, barely contained, broke the silence. "My mind is blown right now." Most sea pens are solitary, small, and rarely found at such depths. Here were 2 side by side in a part of the ocean almost never visited. Their size and shape defied expectations, hinting at a hidden diversity among deep-sea cnidarians that remains almost entirely unexplored. With every advance in camera technology, the abyss reveals another secret, sometimes in the form of a giant flower-like creature anchored in the darkness, challenging every assumption about what life can look like at the bottom of the world. For generations, the giant squid haunted the edge of science and myth, a shadowy monster blamed for sunken ships and vanished sailors. No scientist had ever seen one alive. The only proof came from carcasses washed ashore or tentacles found in whale stomachs. That changed in 2006 when a Japanese expedition led by Dr. Tsunemi Kubodera and Kyoichi Mori set out for the Ogasawara Islands. Their approach was different. A baited camera rig equipped with a red light system invisible to deep-sea eyes lowered nearly 900 meters beneath the surface. On September 27th, the camera captured what many believed impossible: a living giant squid, Architeuthis dux, hunting in its natural habitat. The footage revealed a creature both elegant and formidable. Its main tentacle stretched over 18 feet. The eye, nearly 12 inches across, was the largest ever recorded in the animal kingdom, a dinner plate staring through the darkness. Muscular arms coiled and uncoiled with precision as the squid lunged for prey. For the first time, the world saw the kraken as it truly was, not a mindless beast, but a powerful, intelligent predator perfectly adapted to the deep. The impact was immediate. Scientists and the public alike watched in disbelief as legend became reality. Dr. Edith Witter called it the moment the kraken is no longer a myth, but a real animal in the eyes of science. The footage not only proved the giant squid's existence, but also revealed its anatomy and hunting tactics. The monster of sailors' tales was now a documented fact, a legend finally brought into the light by technology and patient determination. At nearly 31,000 feet below the surface, where sunlight has never reached, a Chinese research team in 2024 sent cameras into the Hadal Trenches of the Western Pacific. What they recorded stunned even the most seasoned deep-sea scientists. Instead of the barren mud and scattered scavengers expected at these depths, the footage revealed dense, thriving communities, an entire ecosystem powered not by the sun but by chemistry. White tube worms, some stretching nearly 5 feet tall, clustered together in tangled forests. Around them, beds of mollusks and spiky pale invertebrates crowded the seafloor, moving slowly in the darkness. Here, life is built on chemosynthesis. Microbes draw energy from hydrogen sulfide and methane seeping through fissures in the Earth's crust. These chemical reactions fuel a food web as complex as any coral reef, but utterly alien in origin. The expedition's principal investigator described the scene as like another planet. The density and complexity of life at this pressure defies everything we assumed about life's limits. The Hadal Zone was once thought lifeless, a place too cold, too dark, and too pressurized for anything but the hardiest microbes. The footage from Finduji's cameras proved otherwise. It showed not only that life survives here, but that it flourishes, without any need for sunlight. Every frame from the trench raises new questions about what else might exist in the deep, and whether the boundaries of life are far wider than anyone imagined. In the ocean's most extreme reaches, nature has rewritten the rules, offering a glimpse into worlds that until now were pure speculation. For more than 100 years, the colossal squid existed only as rumor and remains. Whalers pulled up beaks the size of dinner plates from the stomachs of sperm whales. Fragments of tentacles, gelatinous and pale, washed up on Antarctic shores. Scientists cataloged these pieces, measured them, and tried to imagine the living animal. Some estimated adults could reach 46 feet in length and weigh up to 500 kilograms, making the colossal squid the largest invertebrate on Earth. But no one had ever seen one alive. No camera had ever captured it in its own world. That changed in March 2023. The Schmidt Ocean Institute's ROV Sebastian, operating near the South Sandwich Islands at a depth of 600 meters, recorded the first confirmed footage of a living colossal squid. The animal was a juvenile, just under a foot long, small by the standards set by the legends, but unmistakable. Its body was transparent, its arms already showing the beginnings of the rotating hook-lined suckers that make this species unique. The footage was reviewed and validated by Dr. Kat Bolstad, one of the world's leading cephalopod experts. For the first time, scientists could watch a colossal squid move through the water, gliding, alive, not a relic or a rumor. The adult colossal squid remains unseen, still a shadow in the deep. Its eyes, wider than a human head, have never met the camera's gaze. Its arms, lined with swiveling hooks, have never been filmed in action. Yet this brief encounter with a juvenile proved the stories were true. It closed a century-long gap between myth and science. The largest invertebrate on the planet is real, alive, and still waiting in the darkness. If a camera can find a young squid in the vastness of the Southern Ocean, it's a reminder of how much remains hidden and how many giants still wait to be discovered. From the ethereal giant phantom jelly, seen alive only a handful of times in over a century, to the colossal squid, once a legend, now finally caught on camera, this countdown has revealed the ocean's most massive mysteries made visible. Across all 6 entries, a striking pattern emerges. Each creature was once shrouded in myth or known only from fragments, yet technology and perseverance have turned speculation into science. The ranking highlights not just size or rarity, but the power of direct observation, how a single piece of footage can overturn centuries of doubt. Shockingly, even at depths where no sunlight reaches, entire ecosystems thrive, redefining what we thought possible for life on Earth. These discoveries remind us that the ocean remains the planet's greatest frontier. For every giant caught on camera, countless more remain unseen. The real lesson is clear: the age of sea monsters isn't over. It's only just begun, waiting beneath the waves for those bold enough to look.